Hello, welcome to Transistors TV, everyone. Welcome. It's Sunday again, so it's time for our live stream. I'm Angel Qinan. I'm a registered nurse and an actress, and I'm with my co-hosts.
My name is AllyCat Castle. I'm Angel's older sister by 3 years. Yes, we have the same mom and dad. Yes, I'm the more immature one. And I also am a professional makeup artist for a major news network based here in Washington, D.C. And yes, and we are all proud transgender women of color, and we bring communities together every Sundays here on Transistors TV. Now back to you, Angel, to introduce our co-hosts as well.
Yes, and tonight is very special because our topic is requested by my mom. And we are with our co-hosts, Miss Sonia, the only one, and Miss Faelnar, who wants to introduce first. Ate Sonia.
Yes, mabuhay. Welcome to the Philippines. Hello, Transistors viewers, TV, and of course, I'm Sonia, the only one. I am Sonia Agbayani. You can follow me on my social media accounts. I am a fashion stylist. I work a part-time in events. And of course, I've lived in Japan for 13 years and I have experienced the Japanese life and Japanese living and culture for those times. And up to now, I'm living them and imbibing them. So, mabuhay, domo, irashaimase. Yokozo.
Thank you so much, Ate Sonia. Arigato. And now it's your turn, Miss Lee.
Hello, I'm your Queen Charotera, Queen Faelnar, and I'm one half of Miss Charlie Talks. I'm an actor and a model, and you should know it by now because you've been watching. And thanks for watching.
Yes, and the chat room is now open. So
exactly.
Hello,
so now
everyone
again,
who's here.
To everyone who doesn't know where to go on the live chat, so as you can see, that's us. Underneath this is the thumbs up, which I hope that you would press while you're having a great time. There's the thumbs down and then the live chat. You're going to press the live chat and then you can join us right there and ask us questions because your voice and your opinions matter just the same as how we talk here on stage. So
yes.
First,
hi Kuya Ram.
Hi Kuya Ram, how are you? So first, let's actually discuss the meaning of a pandemic. So according to Oxford Languages, pandemic is an adjective of a disease prevalent over a whole country or the world. So,
in this case, it's the world.
It's the world, exactly. But again, I just read what the definition means. So what I'm saying right now is, it's been a year since we actually had the lockdown here in the US. So what changes have you seen right in your own communities or in your local states or cities? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Here in Manila, in the Philippines, there's
Okay, go ahead.
a year of pandemic, a year of new things that really open our eyes and mind in Manila. So changes I've seen for the first year. A lot of people in my community, I've seen a lot of people using their bikes. A lot of people are exercising and walking, and despite the lots of protocols, it's been a year, so I've seen the people are trying to cope up with this new normal thing. So and being very cautious of everything.
That's
despite
nice. Yeah, I think being cautious is very important. You're being aware that before you make a decision, you need to think twice if it's the best thing to do. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that just because we go out there, then we can actually be safe. Because we want everyone's safety. And now nobody really knows anymore sometimes where and when it is going to be safe, right? So thank you so much for that, for saying about being cautious or of how important being cautious is. How about you, Miss Lee? What changes have you noticed or so right in your community or right in your city?
Nothing. That's what's makes me so annoyed with where like the small place that I'm just talking where I stay. Not much has changed. It doesn't seem. I mean, people wear masks here and then, but it's different when you. I mean, LA is such a big city, like when you go from one little city to another, there's different practices depending on the majority of like the people that live there. And here in where I am, the current area that I am, I feel really sad that it feels like really not much has changed.
That's great. And so again,
It's
from being
not.
cautious to being to nothing has changed. That's good. So
I
now
don't
Angel,
think
how
it's
about
good
huh?
at all. I don't think that's good
I
at
think
all. Like,
Well,
I
it's
know
good
where
in the
Lee
sense.
lives. I know where Lee lives. So I think it was one of the epicenters at the beginning of the pandemic because people are not wearing masks and people are not scared of the
people are
COVID.
still like, yeah, people are
So
still going and like going to family gatherings together. And like, it's like nothing changed. And I feel like they're so emboldened to still do that. And like, they're like, my rights are infringed. I can still do, but anyways, I'm gonna shut up.
Wow. Wow.
so
I'm
many hot
quite
topics. Right
wow,
off
it's
the
already
bat.
we just started and it's already hot. Angel, how about you?
Yes.
How would you say? Go ahead.
Well, a lot of things have changed. Like eating out is something that I love spending quality time with my boyfriend. If you don't know about quality time, you should watch last week's episode. But right now, like the restaurants are still kind of like it's only like eating out, like really outside dining. I mean, it's not indoor dining. And so like the restaurants, are still pretty much closed for inside dining. And like that's the major thing I guess I would say is a big change for me on like a day-to-day life. I work I can't imagine where I'm at right now in terms of being back on the medical floor working, because before the pandemic I was working somewhere else. So it's been a lot of changes in the last year for me and for my surroundings pretty much.
Wow. Well, in my case, there's been a lot of changes right here in where I live. Before the pandemic, there was like so much parties going on in here within the building. But right now, everything is virtual, and definitely everyone, of course, has to wear a mask. I mean, have to wear a mask. And then, yeah. So that's some of the changes that I've noticed where I live. So now let's actually like read some comments right here. So Dylan said, who's our gamer, said here in Las Vegas, a lot of people lost jobs because majority of casinos either are closed or only open 2 days a week. I know. Here
Sorry
also a lot of
about
like
that.
business establishments have closed or at least lay low when it comes to the times that they're open or the services that they offer. And then Miss Lena said, I agree, Lee. Nothing has changed. I know, right? Because some people don't believe in wearing masks or taking precautions, you know. And it's really sad. I agree with Miss Lena. And then and yeah, and Miss Lizette is here and she's asking about how's Washington been affected with the changing seasons. And she said that over in LA, weather is pretty consistent. And so she's curious about how it is to adapt in the snow. I guess things were, to answer your question, Miss Lizette, here in Washington, D.C., things were more open during the summer. But when the colder season came in again, more business establishments closed. That is because I guess they just really want to be cautious, about being like in a close condition, because that can actually, you have more chances of like, spreading stuff in like a close condition. So to answer your question, that is my answer. And oh my gosh, attorney's here as well. Hi, attorney,
Hi,
Asian
North
American
Carolina.
Legal Focus from North Carolina. Love you so much. Okay, now
Yes.
my
And
next.
you missed Jared also said
Oh wait, Jared.
there's a few restaurants also close in their area. See,
Yes,
we have
Jared,
the same
our
we have the
doll
same likes, like go to
Yeah.
restaurants.
Our doll collector friend, Life in Plastic, said we lost some restaurants and bars here in New Jersey and New York. I know it's really sad here too. Just like with Angel, if you eat, even during winter time, you need to eat outside. So it's only either
Well-
takeout or you eat outside the restaurant. And Oh, and Miss Marisol is here, and she said that I noticed most of our citizens are being careful about themselves as they care for others too. Thinking of yourselves is also thinking about others. Yes, it always has to start from each of us. And I'm proud that you know what a lot of us are like taking initiative or taking precautions. And hi, Miss Ann Barker, by the way.
And Miss
Hello, welcome to Transistors TV. Okay, now thank you so much for all the answers.
Ate
On
Sonia,
up
you
to
want to
the
say hi
Yes.
Philippines,
especially to
mabuhay.
Anne? Hi.
Ann Barker, Philippine supermodel. Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
for
Thank you
being
for
here.
Thank you.
yes. Philippine
Wow.
supermodel, one of the top 5 supermodels in the Philippines right now.
Wow.
Great.
I
Turuan mo
saw
naman
her when she
kami.
started. Yes, Ann Barker. Yes,
Great. We're
thank
gonna check her
you.
out. Okay, now time for the second question. The next question is, um, what are some of the things you used to do that you have postponed because of the pandemic?
Travel. I haven't traveled in 2020. It's a must every year. And it's like been, oh my God, it's been hard not to be able to travel, not to be able to visit family, like, you know, for the holidays, for example, like mom. So I think that's the biggest I've sacrificed and postponed.
How about you, Miss Lee? What have you postponed?
There's a lot of stuff that I try to just wait and be patient not to do. Like one thing is again, like what Angel said, is travel. Um, Also like hugging, like when you see somebody, like it's just like the physical touch and connection when you see somebody. Dance class is one thing that I haven't been doing, like, you know, communal dance class. There's a different type of energy when you're with people. Like I talked to somebody who's also a who goes to the same dance class as me, and we were just chatting. Like it's nice to do it online, but there's a different type of energy when you're doing something with a group of people. So like even worship, like online worship is amazing. I love that there's access to online stuff, but still there's have that type of energy and feeling when you're together, or also watching movies and stuff that I enjoy doing.
Oh, right. Human
Group
connection.
wise.
And knowing Lee,
Ah.
she's so lovely. She has a great effect on all of us. And Ate Sonia, how about you?
So we
I'm
actually is like lacking the love language of touch.
Yes, there you go, which we discussed last week.
At
And
this
now, Ate Sonia, how about you? What are the things
me.
that you have postponed
I
since the pandemic?
postponed. Of course, a lot of things has been postponed, and I miss everything that I do regularly in casual days. Everything I miss, and of course, postponement in work, in catching up with people, with family. You know, taking you now you realize the value of all my moment of time of having a coffee break, my moment of time of riding the bus, a moment of everything that those little things now value. That it was the freedom of that day, of that time during after before pandemic. So every little thing values for you now that you have done before no COVID.
Before the
So
pandemic, yes.
before
Before
the
the pandemic.
pandemic. So before the pandemic. So everything I miss, everything that was postponed, work, family, everything,
So
everything.
basically, so basically the pandemic, in other words, had a lot of cripple effect, you know, in our daily lives. As I
Yes.
always said to all my to usually to people that I've worked to work with or get to talk to, I always say that who would think that the most boring days of our lives before the pandemic were actually the best days of our lives? You get what I mean? So, okay. And anyway, attorney Judy of Asian American Legal Focus, she answered our earlier question. And she actually said that it aggravated me to see friends posting on Facebook with pics of themselves sitting around eating inside restaurants, even when their kids not wearing masks inside bakeries. I know we are actually with you right there, attorney.
And I kind of do the same thing too. When somebody's out, I kind of like zoom in on the background, like to see if people are wearing masks. Because it's interesting. I do similar.
So I can actually relate to a lot of what you have said, as well as to a lot of everyone in the chat room. Just like, for example, like what Angel said, traveling. I miss that. Before the pandemic, before COVID-19, with my job, being a makeup artist for a national news program, we would travel every week, all the time, constantly. There was not a week that we did not travel. So I really, really miss that. And then Dylan said here, I had to postpone going to monthly meetups that the cosplayer group I am a part of here, meaning where he's at Vegas. So same thing, I mean, like, I miss seeing my friends as well, spending some time with them during the weekend. Before, like, the coffee dates that we would cancel with our friends, now we were like, we should have done those, right? And of course, Miss Maricel said traveling and celebrating holidays with family. Definitely. I think since we moved here to the US more than 10 years ago or so, it's the first time that I was not able to be with my family this past holiday, December of 2020. But then again, it's a global pandemic. You know what? We really need to be safe, and sometimes we need to sacrifice certain things in order for the safety of not just for us, but for the safety of everyone, right?
And that sacrifice was really beneficial for us who didn't travel during the holidays, because I've seen that in the hospitals, the surge after the holidays. Like there were times that our emergency room is closed because it's just full, and that was like the surge after the holidays, because people traveled and people got sick. And I would hate to be traveling and then mom would get sick, because I've seen it in the hospital. Like there, some of them they're still inpatient from the holidays. It's like 30 days later and they're still there. So still keep safe, everyone.
I know, keep safe for everyone. And again, attorney just said right now, exactly. You think your friends are smart and they consider themselves safe and cautious, yet some of them have still been traveling, doing risky things, and it's hard to bite my tongue. That's why we love you, attorney, because you know what? You're so vocal. We need people like you. So again, you know what? But this is also my thing. You know what? What you do, you're going to face the consequences, unfortunately. You get what I mean? So basically, make your decisions at your own risk, right?
Yeah,
Now,
but the challenge with that is you're affecting other people.
Yeah,
but
that's
what
like,
I'm saying,
that's
I
like
know,
what I'm
I know
going
that.
to say.
That's what we're talking about. But what I'm saying is that if you do that, whoever does that, then you face the consequences of it. You get what I mean? So if
And
you stay
no,
and you
sometimes you
contain
don't face
yourself, what?
Lee.
No,
What,
I
Lee?
don't think. I think sometimes, like, the thing is, like, people don't think about other people. They just think of themselves. Like, I mean, like, it's okay. I don't care if I get sick, right? But then this is the thing. Like, it's not just you that's going to get affected. And then what if somebody gets affected down the line, and that person is the one that goes to ICU? And that's like the big thing that really annoys me. It's not me. It's my fellow person. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
can
I
like
am
I can
actually
say,
with you,
like, yeah.
Lee, but I'm actually with you, Lee. But what I'm saying is, for those people who travel and who don't basically like try to contain themselves, what I'm saying is that they're gonna face the consequences. So basically, what you do, if you decide to travel, you face the consequences for yourself as well as what happens to your community. But if you also decide to stay in, then you're also doing what's best for you and what's best for your community. That's all I'm saying. So, okay, now the next thing that I want to ask is, so what do you think has been the new normal since the pandemic has happened, or since the pandemic happened?
Well, we're having our community hangout here on YouTube and live stream and Zoom. That's kind of like a new normal for now. What else? Maybe cooking at home and trying a few things at home. That's a new normal for me also.
Yes, a new normal that I like is, of course, our hangouts in here. I mean, like, I'm so close to Lee and I love Ate Sonia, but we really never had this before COVID. But now it's like every week I get to have this with them. So this is like a silver lining to everything. And I'm always appreciative of them joining us here, as well as with everyone, of course, joining us every week right in the live chat as well. How about you, Lee or Ate Sonia? What is your silver lining or your new normal since the pandemic?
New normal, of course, everybody's been practicing it. and everybody stays staying at home and make, of course, you just have to they have the daily positive routine, if you're in home, if you're in work, you know you set limits on news, especially on the pandemic. That's the new normal because it just affects you if you listen. And of course, the nature, you spend time in nature. You appreciate the gardening, the new
Outdoor.
normal. Yeah, the plantita. Do you know that's the new normal? Before, okay, we have a garden, but now, oh, this is my plant. This is my keme. This is my now you learn about more everything because of this pandemic. And
Explain to our viewers what plantito and plantita is.
it's a plantita here to live that you buy plants from people and you collect them and you have a mini garden inside your house or outside your house. And that became a very new new thing here in Manila, in the Philippines, buying plants and appreciating nature more. I think that's the one best thing in the new normal. You're appreciating nature at its best and at its peak, despite
So
it.
Ate
And of course,
Sonia,
technology.
Ate Sonia got cut off a little bit there, but plantito and plantita is like a play of words of plants, and like
Yes.
tito, tita, or uncle and aunt. So like for
Yes.
people, it's like, oh, it's like a aunt or aunt thing, like
Yes,
thank you,
tita,
like
tito. It's
wanting.
like because you're taking care of plants, little plants and plants. So you become a plant auntie, plant uncle. But here in the Philippines, it's called tita and tito. So plantito or plantita. That's what I mean.
There you go. Thank you so much for that little trivia, Ate Sonia. And Lee, our supermodel friend.
I think, I mean, from what I see, like just a lot of virtual stuff has happened. So I think reconnecting with people that you haven't connected with for a long time, because like it feels like you have more means to connect with them. Like there's really not much of an excuse because you can now do it through Zoom, through different types of apps on your phone. So technology has vastly improved so that it can adapt to what we're facing right now. And I think like it's just something that we also need to make sure like it might not even have to go away. It can just stay that way. So adaptability, I feel like it's a whole lot more because it happens so quickly.
I know, right? I love that, Lee. She always say things very, very cohesively. Now, let's read some of the comments. Miss Lena said wearing masks is the new normal. Being able to work from home is a new normal. That's what Jared said as well. My new normal is teaching from home. And that's pretty much with all of us. Now, actually, masks have been like a fashion statement. A lot of like big name brands now are coming out with their own masks. That's actually, I think, kind of like a bit crazy. Of course, like paying like hundreds of dollars for like a brand name mask. And then Dylan said, tactical gaming, recording and uploading videos to my YouTube channel every day has become my new normal. So again, technology basically has been how am I gonna say this? Like everyone really maximize the use of technology, right? You know, their phones, whether that be through Zoom or through YouTube or whatever social media platform that you may have, just for you to be able to voice your feelings and your emotions. You know?
Yeah, because when you thought that technology is at its peak, there's more to come.
Yes, Nina Alagao, Miss Philippines, 1990. 1990. Yes, there you go.
And attorney
Or
asked
2000 rather.
attorney asked like how the conditions are in our hospital, if it's still overcrowded. It's actually not as crowded now. But again, I've still been seeing some of the patients who have been there for over 30 days. So it's kind of like still from the holidays. But luckily there's a lot less COVID positive patients inpatient right now. But that doesn't mean that we have to let our guards down because we don't want the surge again that happened during the holidays.
So, okay, question. Since we're
Online
talking
mass.
about...
Maricel Abelo said online mass is a new norm.
Oh, that's true. Just like what Lee said, online mass virtual gatherings for the masses. Yes. So now let's also talk about, since we're talking about work, what changes have you noticed within your work? And I also want to hear from everyone in the live chat what changes you've seen from your work aside from working from home. So, for example, with my job as a makeup artist for a news network, I started wearing gloves as well while I'm doing makeup. Yeah. And it's funny because I've been doing that now for like a year and it's like my new normal. And for some reason, I actually like it. I feel weird doing someone's makeup if I'm not wearing any gloves, and that saves me sometimes, from it's it's like who would have thought that doing someone's makeup you need to wear gloves as well, of course, aside from wearing a mask. And then we get tested at work basically every week, and I'm very thankful for that. And then there's actually lesser people working now as well, compared to before. So there's really, really a very small group of people working at my job. How about you guys? What have you noticed in your jobs, if you go to your job locations, that has changed?
I think Lee wanted to answer earlier.
Lee?
Oh, you want me to answer? No.
I thought you were
No.
raising your hand earlier.
Basically,
Just go ahead.
and anyways, like we have pods. We have pods now for work. I work in production. So like basically it's in pods now. So like the makeup team is in a pod. Like everything has to be in certain groups, and they try the hardest not to like cross pods. And then there's also levels of restriction. Like there's a zone A, a zone B, and a zone C. Zone A gets tested more frequently than zone B and C. There's fewer people that work in the office. There should be more patience when trying to do stuff, and things can't be done as quickly as they used to in my industry, because it's just better. I feel for me, it's better to be safe. And then there's a new department that arises from it: health and safety and COVID. So there's a new
FYI
department that came because of the pandemic, so that to ensure.
FYI,
Go ahead.
it's very special that Lee's here because she actually really works in mainstream Hollywood. So she works with big stars, and we're very fortunate to have Lee here, all the way from Hollywood in Los Angeles. So thank you so much for Lee. It makes me think like, oh my God, how is it there with the sets and everything, right? Oh my God. Thank you for that, Lee. How about you, Ate Sonia? What has been the change with your job?
Yes, Miss Lee. Miss Lee is to Hollywood. Welcome to Hollywood. I'm seeing my Hollywood dream. So, despite, of course, I also work in production in events and definitely styling. And we are the first to be affected. The events, the live events, the fashion shows. So a lot of people really lost their job for this year. So limited people, limited capacity, limited movement, limited. So instead of 100%, there's 50% only. So for me, as a stylist, before the pandemic, I've been doing online styling with my clients. So I just tell them what they have and what they have to buy. So basically, there was no adjustment. But of course, the limited clients less. There's limited clients. So I always catch up with my usual clients. So it may not be easy, but of course, online shopping. So I may tell her, I may tell him, my client, now what to buy, what to. So, it was all like teaching online also for styling. And of course, that's just it. So basically, I'm at home most of the time.
So it's actually nice, Ate Sonia. That's the good thing about Ate Sonia. She's actually a celebrity stylist back in the Philippines, that she has a combination of both online clients as well as, going on locations. So the on location jobs that she has may have been limited, just like with all of us. Most have been, it actually got lessened, but at the same time, she still has her online clients. So that's yes. Great, Ate Sonia. And I'm glad that you still get to continue serving your clients online, right? So thank you again to technology.
So grateful.
Right?
So grateful and thankful to them.
Thank you for that, Ate Sonia. Now let's read some of the comments right here.
Let me answer.
Go ahead, Angel. Sorry, I
it's okay. Because I know I work in the hospital, so it's kind of obvious in terms of the surge and everything in the hospital. But it also still has changed for everyone. Like before we come in the building, everybody's temperature gets checked. And of course, everybody's wearing masks before coming in. And then once you come in, they're going to supply the mask and you have to wear it for the whole day. Interestingly enough, though, because I've worked directly with patients with COVID and I've like met also with them, like, and I'm just wearing the mask and I've not gotten the COVID yet. So I think the mask really works. Obviously, the hand washing has been part of like our routine as nurses. And then of course they offer the vaccine at work. And the one interesting thing I want to share is that usually on flu season, working in healthcare, I probably would have been sick twice already during the flu season, but I haven't been sick yet during this time. So I think it actually works. I mean, like whatever we've been doing and what we are doing, let's keep on doing that, like wearing the mask and like your hygiene and hand washing and everything.
I actually totally agree with Angel. To piggyback on that, right at my job, we've been wearing masks since the beginning. You know what? Whenever we do makeup and wearing gloves, and thank God so far. I mean, like it's been working. So it's like there's really, you know, it may be a simple step, you know, a little sacrifice, but it actually has a big payoff. You know, and I think it's been proven. So now let's read some comments right here. And so Jared said, "Life in plastic." She said, "I don't go on campus at all anymore." So basically, because he does stuff at home, and and he also said that there are so many restrictions to those who do not have to go on campus. Yeah, right. We need to talk about that as well. You know, like with kids going back to school now, that's like a big thing right now that's happening, and it's like there's like a big controversy about that. But Miss Karen said, "I'm averaging 13 hours online a day, doing not only classes but learning and researching online and watching and reading stuff on how to teach better, especially in trying new apps." Right? So people really are doing the best that they can to really research on what possible way they could maximize the technology just for them to be able to
Adjust.
you know, do their jobs like more efficiently, right?
Yep.
Just like us, you know, it's like whenever we do this, it's like we want like the best option in order for things to be faster, make sure that, you know what, that our messages can come across. And thank you to Zoom. Thank you to YouTube live chat as well. Anyway, now, hi Edward, by the way. Edward is all
Hi,
our friend
Edward.
from the Philippines.
Hi, Kim. Kim is also here.
Hi, Kim. Oh my God, we love Kim, like the sweetest person ever. And then to everyone as well, please, you can also join us again in the live chat. If you don't know where it is, under the screen where you see us, there's the thumbs up. By the way, if you guys are having a great time, can you actually press the X for now? And can you press the thumbs up if you're having a great time? And then just go back to live chat again to chat with us, right? So now,
Yes.
so now the next question that I want to ask is, for those people who have been working at home or doing some work at home, do you like it?
I haven't done it. So I think Lee has done it and Ate Sonia.
What's your input on that, Lee and Ate Sonia, working from home? Can you give us a good side of it and also like a little bad side of it, like a quick answer?
You're on mute.
You're on mute. Yeah.
For me, the good side of working from home is just it just feels safer. I mean, like, because there's a pandemic, it's like it's less stress for my brain that I'm going out on the world and I might catch the virus and I might bring it home. So like I feel like on the anxiety mental health level, working from home is like appeases that. Another benefit of working from home is like you don't have to change. Like there's no rush to go to work. Like you can just like from point A to point B, you can just like go to work right away. The downside of that is like it does feel like you can just keep on working if you're a workaholic and you don't have a limit, because like you're there, you're at home.
It's
And it
harder to
feels
set
like
boundaries.
like it's yeah, it's free for all. Like, like your boss can text you at 10 o'clock at night, and it doesn't mean that you don't have to work anymore because you're at home. So everything that you access so that you can do your job is readily available for you. So sometimes it's just like, yeah. I mean, it's just like it's a communication thing. Like, am I home? Am I like, and then also like trying to make rest a space. Like it feels like you're at home all the time. So like being at home now feels like it's a place of work. So like where else can I go so that I can get my rest and relaxation? But you can't go outside. So I mean, there's that
So it has a good and bad.
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh,
the
thank
good
you
can
for
also be a
sharing.
bad.
See, like the yin and the yang of working from home. Yes. Now, Miss Sonia, how about you?
Work from home, yes, it has a lot of disadvantages and advantages. Of course, advantage, you're at home, you have unlimited work time, you have your time, you're no rush for things, because before the pandemic, you adjust your time to go to work like 2 hours before because of the travel, and the stuff to bring and everything. When you work from home, everything is on reach. It's just there. It's just there. It's just there. And as Miss Lee said, your boss, your managers can text you, message you anytime. There's no excuses. That's the disadvantages of working from home. There's no excuses. You're not busy. You're not anywhere. You're just home. You're working from home. Okay. And of course, you just have to balance it. As Miss Lee said, as everyone knows, your home became your workplace. So that's where the plantito, you enjoy, you learn new skills aside from being on online for the most of the time. You try to learn new things aside. It's like anything that will take your mind out from working from home. So make your home a playground to relax, enjoy despite working from home. And
Oh,
of
I
course, be
love
safe.
that. See?
It's the safest place on the earth. Your home from now.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Ate Sonia. Plantito and plantita. So then again, let's read some comments right here. Miss Lena said, I'm more distracted while working from home, but I like that I don't have to sit in traffic to get to work and to get home. Right?
Yeah,
There's
especially
actually
in
an
LA.
advantage
Oh
to
my God, traffic.
I know traffic, right? It can be annoying. So that's great, Atelina. That's really nice. That's a good input. Miss Karen Pineda said, I agree with the feeling of safety and security health wise, but I miss the interactive face-to-face classes with the students. Yes,
Hi, Teacher
additionally,
Karen. Hi, Teacher
Hi, Teacher
Karen.
Kat. Wow, we have a
hi,
lot of
Teacher
teachers
Karen.
here.
She's a teacher
Oh,
and she's working online. She's working
and guess
Wow.
what?
online.
Aside from Teacher
Online teacher.
Karen, we also have another teacher who is Jared Life in Plastic, who is also has an
Woo!
adult
Teachers.
channel, and he's an economics teacher. He said, I love working from home. I record my lectures at my convenience. The downside is I get so many emails from students. Yes. That's so
Yes,
cute.
yes, Teacher
Now
Karen
you're gonna teach
also.
grammar also, not just economics.
That's so funny. And then Roderick
Oh,
Toledo. It's
oh,
more advantageous.
Hi.
Yeah, it's more advantageous in the Philippines setting since you're not stuck in traffic for 2 or 3 hours going to work. The downside is the slow Wi-Fi connection there. That's true. How's the Wi-Fi, Ate Sonia, back in the Philippines? Well, so far it's working for you here.
for me, I have no room for complaints, so I get connected. But of course, it can be better. I'm always pushing for better. So improvement on the Wi-Fi technology. But despite people from the Philippines persevere and they survive despite the difficulties.
Well, we're glad that you're here with us every Sunday, all the way from the Philippines, and we appreciate.
Yes.
So whoever
Yes.
your Wi-Fi connection is, I think is doing a good job. Now,
PLDT.
I
PLDT.
know,
Thank you,
right?
Roderick,
PLDT.
Thank
hello.
you,
Roderick
PLDT,
from
which is
Santos.
like the most famous electric what or Wi-Fi provider back home in the Philippines. Now, Dylan said, Tactical Gaming, our gamer said, I don't even drive and I hate traffic in Las Vegas. Almost everyone drives like they are in the Grand Theft Auto games. That's so funny. But isn't this so cool how our community gathers every Sunday? We have someone from Las Vegas, we have someone from New Jersey, we have someone from the Philippines, and we have someone from Hollywood, and I'm here from Washington, D.C. you know, this pandemic really brought us together here, bringing communities together. And this is actually what makes it beautiful. And we are actually, let's face it, doing it basically in our own homes, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, see, that's the street right behind my home. And there you go. And Angel is right in her living room. And of course,
Yes,
Miss
I'm
Lee with her
also in my
stuffed toy every
home.
week. See? And Miss Sonia in her bedroom.
You want
So,
to see Manila?
oh my God, see Manila.
Yes, I would love to see Manila. I would love to
Sure,
travel
you can
there.
quickly show us where Manila is. Okay. So while
Outside from my
Attorney
window.
had a
Oh,
comment also. Attorney,
oh,
I like
here's
working from
outside.
home
Attorney said,
too.
you want to read it, Angel? Oh, that's Manila. That's so cute.
Ah, that's so cute.
That's typical Manila. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Thank you, Ate Sonia, for that. Angel, do you want to read what Ate Sonia
Yeah, so
said?
attorney loves working from home too because it's also less time wasted in driving. She can wear comfortable clothes, and many hearings are done remotely, and they email and mail more. That's what she said.
I actually love Attorney. She's so dedicated to her clients that twice a week she actually goes to her office. By the way, Attorney is from North Carolina. I hope that you can also support her. Her YouTube channel is Asian American Legal Focus, just like our gamer is from Vegas Tactical Gaming, as well as Life and Plastic, our doll collector. Please support them as well. They have their own channels, as well as Lee, Miss J Harley Talks. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, we are a
that's
community here in YouTube now.
see, so YouTube community and we AllyCat Castle. That's amazing. It's like so much to be done, right? You think that you're doing work from home, but the problem is because again of our technology, you are being bombarded with your emails from texts and from calls that there's no excuse for you not to take any of them. That's so funny. Okay, now this is what I want to ask because this has been very important to me. A lot of businesses, especially local businesses, have been affected by the pandemic. How do you support your local businesses? What do you do? Okay, so I'm gonna answer
Me,
that question
okay.
first. I actually go to my like the local stores right by my neighborhood every week. And sometimes I really just ask them, how are you guys doing? I'm back and I want you to know I appreciate you. And I'm actually thankful that you guys are here for us. You are our heroes. Thank you so much for providing us the necessary things that we need. That's actually what I tell all the time to those people whenever I do takeout, as well as whenever I do my groceries. You know, sometimes we need to also think, or no, we also need to think and thank these people. You know, a lot of people don't appreciate them. We need to appreciate them. So I hope that you guys can also support your local businesses. How about you guys? How do you support your local businesses? Who wants to go first?
Well, for me,
Me?
because of the restaurants. Oh, sorry, Ate Sonia.
Ah.
Yeah, for the restaurants, obviously, I support the restaurants that we eat at before, and usually before, if it's a takeout, you don't really tip as much compared to when you're dining in. But because I'm one of the, I feel blessed that I still have a job, you know, and I keep working during the pandemic, so I actually tip the same amount as if I'm dining in because I'm sure they're all affected with the pandemic.
Oh, thank you for
Yes.
sharing that, Angel. How about you, Ate Sonia?
Me, how do I support? Of course, in my I work with fashion people, so the only thing that I can really support them is promoting them online, their creations, their stuff, and liking them, and good comments, and of course, as a way of thanking them and the gratitude, and of course, supporting local the sari stores here. They're now I order fresh vegetables and fruits from one sari store here, and they deliver it to me. So it's in our village Facebook page, and everything is there. They're selling anything, even to the fruits, from the candy, from the little stuff. So you just have to pre-order everything, and every 2 weeks she delivers me fresh fruits and vegetables. And so I support her with her little business, and that's the way I'm helping people here.
And
Level
again,
You know,
up.
yeah,
as I
and
said,
right.
love
And again, that's
local.
the good thing about,
Diba?
like maximizing our apps, right? That we get to help also the middleman right there, like delivering the stuff to you, and also like maximizing your apps, like ordering the stuff there. Everything's pre-ordered. Everything has been organized, some way,
Yes.
somehow. How about you, Ate? Motherly, how would you answer the question? How do you support your local businesses or so?
What ain't no
She
is
is
it
You're
on
like
on
as what
pause.
Ate
pause.
Sonia and Angel does?
But now you're
I'm
No.
moving.
sorry. Can you repeat that again?
Am I
I think
working or
you're
no?
we're having quite some technical difficulty. Hello, are you back?
I
Okay.
don't know. Am I back?
Yes, you're back. So can you please answer the question again? The question is, how
Move
do you support your local businesses?
it. I mean, uh, it's the same as what Angel and Sonia said. So basically, you tip more. You also promote them on Instagram. Whenever I buy with businesses, I'll post what I bought and I'll say like if it's really really good, like I'll say like come support. It's
I actually like what Lee said about supporting like your local business and posting it online as well. I
Yeah.
actually think that I and Angel have done that as well on our Meanwhile episodes. Like certain business establishments as
Yeah,
well as
like a
certain
foodie
products that we
Friday.
love. We actually promote it as well online on social media. Guys, so you need to do that as well for your communities. If there's really like a business establishment or local business that has affected you, it's nice that we can actually share that on our social media feeds, right? So you never know, right? And spread the love. Okay, now let's read some comments. So Dylan said, Tactical Gaming, there's a few local restaurants I've supported thanks to delivery apps. Shout out to Roll and Smoke Barbecue. Yes. And who doesn't like barbecue, right? Everyone loves that. Oh, and attorney said, you know what? That we should visit Cary, North Carolina. It's really changed to more Asians around here. Yes, in North Carolina. And Miss Karen said, one of the subjects I teach is home economics, livelihood, and entrepreneurship. So I also buy and market their products. Thank you, Miss Karen, teacher Karen.
Yes, Aaron.
And then and attorney said I have been getting carry out and delivery from a local Thai Laotian restaurant that otherwise was on the verge of closing. I know a lot of businesses are like sometimes suffering, but still, thank you so much to all of you who are doing your best to support your local businesses. Like even me, the local grocery store that I go to, it may be a little bit more expensive than the bigger one, but I'd rather go there because lesser people go there just for me to be able to help them out and sustain their employees as well, right? There you go. So doing a little sacrifice, but doing something bigger for your community in a smaller scale. So sometimes you don't really have to do big, but certain sacrifices, if it's just like a few cents more compared to the bigger store, just go to your local smaller store because at the end of the day, they need you just as we need them. Now, my second question is, what are the things that you appreciate now that you never appreciated before? So who wants to go first?
It's like a Miss Universe question.
Okay, so if I can answer that question, because everyone is thinking of their answer, the things that really I appreciate now are really like, like the most important things in our lives. That's basically our families, our friends. So I make it a point that, you know what, I talk to them as much as I can. I tell them how much I love them as much as I can. I tell them how much I appreciate them as much as I can. Because we may not be with them physically, but again, your words, your thoughts of sending a text message or whatever it is, through, again, using our technology can actually affect someone. So that for me is something that I appreciate more. Doing little things, someone being thoughtful can be a big thing for someone. So for me, that's some of the things that I appreciate now that I almost never appreciated before. So who wants to go next?
Yes.
Okay, Ate
I will
Sonia,
answer.
yes.
I will answer your
Arigato.
question. Arigato gozaimashita. And of course, as I will quote this also from Binibining Pilipinas 2000 winner title holder Maricarpa. I think it's Españolosa. He
Okay.
said, amidst the globalization and technology, we tend to forget who we are and what we are, and we should always remain to the basic, and that is to love each other and to love family and God.
Oh, I love that. At the end of the day, you know what? These
Yes.
three remain: faith, hope, and love. And the most important thing
Love.
is love. That's why God is
Love.
love. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Lord, hello. Love you so much. Please take care of Skittles up there. Love you, and I love Skittles. Okay. Lee, are you going to say something?
Am I on mute? I'm not on mute. Okay,
No, you're
cool.
not on mute.
Am I
It's your turn.
okay? Okay, so what I appreciate more now, it actually, this is gonna sound dumb, but because of the pandemic, like we were in a voting season, like when the pandemic happened. So basically, I never studied um like different types of like propositions before when I voted. I just try to ask friends what they would of similar beliefs, what they would vote for, and not like read through it. And this is actually the first time that I read through candidates' bios, read their platforms, read everything, because I was given like the time to do that because of the pandemic. Because like there's not much else to do, so like to learn stuff so that you can create a governance that you have the same values and beliefs in. I learned to appreciate that more during this time of the pandemic so that you can create a future that your youth would grow in, and you would be proud that you helped foster that future for them because you voted for the right people.
Service.
Lee is always beauty and brains, right? Always, all the time. And Miss Sonia is always the heart of this group. Always has the biggest heart. Okay, Angel, back to you.
Well, of course, aside from family, as what Ali said, and love, as what Ate Sonia said, and having more time, as what Lee said, I think the home is what I appreciate more now. So I really, similar to Ate Sonia, I also actually started having more plants at home. So like being a plantito, plantita, and trying to cook. I mean, I'm not too successful, but kind of really making the home a home. So that's one of the things I started to appreciate more.
Oh, I love that, Angel. Yeah, I know. You've been cooking more, just like with my older brother, right? Kuya. He's cooking more. Now, let's read some comments. Edward Pelayo said, more time with my pet. Oh my God, Edward, that's so nice. Speaking of pets, um, I want to thank Tita Sol. Tita Sol is actually a mother of one of my former co-choir members way back in high school. And look, she actually made me a portrait of Skittles. So to Tita Sol, I want to give a shout out. Thank you so much. And this one just looks like my cat. I love you, Skittles. See, everyone loves you. So and then Roderick Toledo said, I appreciate life now more than I did before the pandemic. I know a few people who died due to coronavirus, and life is indeed short. We need to enjoy every moment. Spread love, not the virus. That's very powerful, right?
Yeah.
We need to appreciate our lives, really. Like, you know what? Life is precious, and let's make the most out of it, really. And Miss Karen said, I appreciate technology because I'm able to continue work, connect with friends and loved ones, and socialize with other people on a global platform like yours and other seminars and podcasts. Oh, and thank you to all of you for always spending your Sundays with us. You don't know how much it means to us, how much this has been a therapy for me. After losing my cat physically, I did not lose him because Skittles is forever in my heart, but just physically, he's not with me anymore. But now he's a cat angel. He has wings, and I'm sure he watches over me all the time. And then Miss Kim Chan said, time, health, self-care, staying in touch with family and friends. And Kim, we appreciate you so much. We love you so much. You know that. And Miss Lena said, more time for self-care. Again, it always starts from within. And Miss Karen also said pets. And Edward said again, I get to read more, meditate, and other wellness stuff. Wellness is very important, guys, because we need to do that as well for our mental health, you know? And then, sleep. Miss Lena said, get more sleep. Sleep is just as important because how can we perform if you don't sleep? And then Jared, Life in Plastic, said, I appreciate just being able to go out and go to the stores. There you go. Oh, like simple things like that. Now, my last question is, and this is for everyone, is what will be the first thing that you will do once the pandemic is over?
Travel. Maybe to the
Okay.
Philippines.
Okay. So I love that, Angel. How about you, Ate Sonia?
The first thing I will do, or we will do, of course, is thankful and very thankful to God that this is over. And then let's do what we had to do.
Oh, I love that. Okay, now, Miss Lee, how about you?
Am I working or no? Am I?
Yes, it's working.
I
Are you
I
working?
think. I think like one of the biggest things that I'm so looking forward to really is just being able to be in a house of worship, like with like-minded people again. I always like mention this, like it's it's been a while, and all like actually being in that group and being to have the same energy with a group of people without wearing masks, being able to hug. Founders is a very touchy feely church. If you haven't been there, or if you've been there, you would know that a lot of people hug each other, and it's not just like a handshake, it's a hug, it's a how are you. So I miss that type of connection. But like since like there's a lot of more elderly and at-risk people at my church, I do appreciate online stuff. But it would be so nice to be able to see faces again.
Oh, I love that, Lee. I was actually about to answer that as well. Is going to church. And church is just like 2 blocks away from me, but I cannot really go there all the time because of, again, the pandemic. And then let's read some comments. Lena said, go shopping and trying on clothes.
Oh
I
my
actually,
God.
I miss that too. I think all of us can relate to that, right? And then Dylan said, probably go play a round of golf since I haven't played since I was little kid and it's relaxing. Or I'd go gaming. Nerd convention. Oh yeah, right? The conventions, they're so cool. Everyone misses every type of convention. Because again, it makes you part of a community. Just
Yeah.
like you are all a part of our community here every Sunday. And then Edward says, Edward says where I'm at. Edward, I'm at my apartment. Yes, and see that's the street behind me, and this is like my backdrop with all my lights and everything.
Is it
So
frozen there?
no, it's oh no, there's actually some snow left in the street. Yeah, because it snowed this week. And then
Naloka
wait,
na.
Kuya Roderick said go on date with men. Yes. And then Miss Lena said have dim sum with family. I
Yeah,
myself,
spend time with family,
I think
definitely.
I'm gonna visit my family in Jersey
Yeah.
City. Mom, I love you so much and I miss you so much.
Oh, we all travel to the Philippines
Mother!
together.
Okay, now,
Mother!
Okay.
Mother!
right? So now I wanna ask,
Mother!
what's your final message to everyone in this time of pandemic? While we are in the midst of, getting vaccinated. Angel already got vaccinated twice. Thank you so much to the US government, to CDC, guidelines and everything. Um, what is your message now that, the vaccines are here and hopefully that things will, you know, be over this year with this pandemic? So what's your message? Who wants to go first?
Oh, I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll go first. Of course, we are so thankful that we're alive and we are alive and healthy. And of course, I take this from Mental Health Europe. Teacher Taryn, thank you for this. It's just accept the pandemic, learn new skill. You know, I'm thankful for learning new skill. I have Transistor TV now. I'm doing this, so thankful. And of course, change your mindset. Your mindset, of course, your mindset. Gratitude, and of course, spend time in nature. Enjoy the nature. It really will relax you and focuses you focuses you and try controlled breathing. The 5-7-8. I think tama ba, Angel? 5-7-8. I think that's the breathing. No?
I don't use
Then-
it, but you can. I don't know.
I don't know. Be emphatic and compassionate to your friends, family, and work people, and limit social media, especially the news. So have a time for those, and and reach out to others. As they said, reach out to others and seek professional support if things get worse. It can be a doctor, a friend, a family, and of course, there's also online support, and pray. We have to
Oh,
pray.
yes.
Your faith is very important.
Love
So
that, Ate
that's
Sonia.
yes, yes, yes. And do I need to need my Japanese or
Go
later? Do I?
um later when you promote yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Lee.
Okay.
What's your final message?
For me, like whenever I feel bored, and like I feel like I'm doing nothing, I'm actually doing a lot because I'm helping stop the spread of the virus by not contributing to like going out and stuff like that. So like whenever I feel like, because like like we like being busy. Like here in America, it feels like you have to go like 1,000 miles an hour so that you can continue on doing stuff. But being in the pandemic, you kind of have to sit still. And I just like try to always remind myself that in being still, I am doing so much because that's what's required of me right now.
I love that. Being still, being in the now. Because tomorrow is based on being still. Now! Yes! Okay, Angel.
Um,
Actually, before you answer that, Edward said, stop the hate and negativity. Just spread love and stay optimistic. Okay, back to you, Angel.
yeah, thank you for that, Edward, and nice to see you here. Well, for me, it's really like still. I know it's been a long 1 year already, but it's not yet
Oh.
over. So please stay healthy and still do all your precautions on not getting sick. Um, we're getting close. I mean, a lot of people are getting vaccinated, and yeah. So just stay put and don't lose hope. Congratulations for surviving the last year and adjusting to it, and we'll just keep on adjusting and learning.
This is also what I want to say to everyone, especially everyone who's here. I mean, congratulations, right? Because you know what? We've been successful, being together every Sundays, being together as a community through the technology. Because you know what? Really, I've actually said this when someone asked me way back 11 years ago, or 20 years ago, actually, when I was in college, how do you define success? And I said, success is not success unless you learn to love hardships, challenges, and sacrifice. Though this past year, things may have been hard, there may have been challenges, there may have been so many sacrifices, but those are the things that sometimes we need to do in order for things to get better. And collectively, if we do our little contribution, then things will get better and this will be over and we will have a big party once this is over. Right? Okay, now
Yes.
so now time to promote ourselves. Okay, Ate Sonia, can you please give a quick promotion of yourself as well as your Japanese word of
Yes,
wisdom?
Sonia the only one on Instagram, Facebook page, and on my social media accounts. I love everybody and do the protocols. It's not yet over, as Miss Angel said. It's not yet over, but soon it will be. So I hope the vaccine will go to the. We will have vaccine here in the Philippines soon. We're just waiting. There's a lot of protocols also, so we're just waiting. And of course, 皆さん、私はソニアですございます。幸せはすでに出来が上げているものじゃない。自分の心は開かせるものば。Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own action.
Oh, I love that. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou
Okay.
gozaimasu.
どうもありがとうございました。
Okay. Miss Lee, what is your can you please promote yourself as well as like quick final thoughts?
Oh yeah. So like Lee065. I'm gonna actually lead Bible study this week for my Bayanihan group, and the title of my Bible study, which I'm going to lead, is Apps of the Apostles. And also and I'm working on a project. It's called Quinceañero. It's gonna be super fun. We're doing an Indiegogo, so follow me on Instagram so that when I can put out the link for that Indiegogo, you can follow it.
Okay, before Angel and I promotes, Tactical Gaming said if you go out in public, wear a mask. Again, wear a mask for everyone. Wash your hands. Do social distancing. Please don't travel as much as you can, just to keep everyone safe. And Miss Karen said, appreciate the present and to time. You have to do good and spend time with family and friends. Yes, and Miss Kim, hearts, hearts, hearts. Okay, for me, again, my name is AllyCat Castle. Please, again, thank you so for supporting Transistors TV. During the week, we have our Meanwhile episodes. And after this, I hope that you can also drop us a message and please press the thumbs up. And also, again, if you want to some skincare, makeup, and fragrance reviews, please support me on my channel as well, AllyCat Castle. And I would really appreciate your help. And again, thank you so much for supporting us on Transistors TV. Back to you, Angel.
Thank you very much for everybody for being here. What I'm gonna promote is Trans Sisters TV and our live stream every Sunday. So please keep joining us, and thank you very much for everybody for being here and being active on our live stream. If you want to promote anything, now is the time to type it in. But after this live stream, please, please, please like the video. And you can leave a comment as well so that it's more lively on the comment on the live stream. I know you guys have been so nice today with us. I love you all. Maricel, Edward, Kim, Karen, Tactical Gaming, Lena, Roderick, like everybody who's been here today, Attorney, Jared, if I missed anybody else, Mom, thank you very much for being here. And yes,
Wait,
Ali.
Again, if you don't know what to do,
Ali.
press the X first, and then what you do is that go to messages once this is over, and please write down a comment, and please give us a thumbs up as well. Okay, that's it, Angel.
Yes, that's it. Bye.
We love you guys.
Everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Anne.
Bye.